Hello everyone, I'm Claire Huddleston. Thanks for joining us tonight. Shots rang out at a Tuscaloosa movie theater this weekend, putting one teen in the hospital and another in jail. WVUA's Lindsay Price shows us what happened and how law enforcement is responding.
Blue lights overshadowed what is normally a family-friendly environment. Around 9:30 Saturday night, police say someone fired about 10 shots at the Cobb 16 movie theater in Tuscaloosa.
This particular case, a deputy was about 10 feet from the shooting when it took place. They engaged the suspect, were involved in a foot chase, were able to do it, maintain their officer survival tactics, work with other officers responding from not only the sheriff's office but other agencies, work collaboratively and apprehend the suspect.
The Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide Unit identified the suspect as 17-year-old Arthur Bryant. He is being held at the Tuscaloosa County Jail on a $40,000 bond. Police identified the victim as 18-year-old Levante Jones. He went to DCH and has since been released from the hospital. Tuscaloosa police believe more than one weapon was used in the shooting, and it could be related to street gangs. Sheriff Ted Sexton addressed this topic during a community meeting Monday night.
We're seeing enough of it throughout the county. We're seeing it in the rural areas. We're seeing it on this end of the county. So to be able to say it's not existent somewhere, it is.
For people who may be weary about going to the movies after the shooting, Sheriff Sexton says there is no reason to worry.
Folks should be apprehensive going to the movie theaters. As you could tell that night, there was security present, and there will continue to be.
The investigation is ongoing, and more arrests could be made in the future. In Tuscaloosa, Lindsay Price, WVUA News.
Cobb Theaters released a statement to WVUA this afternoon. It says, quote, Cobb Theaters remains committed to all of our Tuscaloosa County patrons and employees. It goes on to say we have doubled the number of sheriff's deputies providing security effective immediately. A tractor-trailer accident slowed down rush hour traffic this evening. It appears the 18-wheeler was turning right onto Skyland Boulevard out of the Pilot truck stop, and the tractor-trailer ran over a car. Police had to block off the right lane. Police on the scene weren't sure if anyone was injured. Between now and Labor Day, be prepared to have extra set of eyes watching you. The Over the Limit Under Arrest campaign kicked off today, and West Alabama law enforcement officials are vowing to crack down on impaired driving. Officers will also watch for people not wearing their seatbelts or using improper car seats, but they specifically want to look out for DUIs.
Here in West Alabama, at least roughly about 40% of our fatality crashes are alcohol related. And, you know, our troopers will be out in full force, especially during this highway safety campaign, especially looking for those drivers that wreak havoc on our particular highways, especially drinking and driving.
Tuscaloosa police say during this campaign they will have extra officers patrolling the university and downtown areas, especially at night and on weekends. The city of Northport is on the verge of some big changes. Recently, the city approved several business licenses to keep residents shopping in Northport. Some of the businesses used to sit in Tuscaloosa, but had to move because of damage from April 27th tornado. In addition to that, next Tuesday, Northport residents will vote on Sunday alcohol sales, which could potentially bring new businesses to the area. Mayor Bobby Herndon says Sunday alcohol sales and added revenue from incoming businesses will go a long way towards improving Northport.
Northport needs its share too. Our police and fire, our public works, all of our employees are underpaid. Our fire department, police department, public works department all need better equipment. We need to support our existing businesses by saying, hey, we want to give you the same opportunity to compete with the restaurants, the grocery stores, the convenience stores in Tuscaloosa, and we want to tell these new businesses, we want you here.
Herndon says the upcoming weeks could be crucial to Northport's future. A Northport man says he's planning to run for a spot on the Tuscaloosa County Commission. Stan Acker is running as a Republican in District 1. He's the son of Acker Appliance founder Morris Acker. Stan Acker believes even though he's not a professional politician, he's qualified because he's lived his whole life in Tuscaloosa County. The Tuscaloosa County Commission primary is March 13th. The Alabama Supreme Court has ruled several electronic bingo machines don't have to return to Green Track. On June 1st, Alabama Attorney General Luther Strange had several bingo machines seized from Green Track. Earlier this month, Special Circuit Judge Houston Brown ruled Strange lacked probable cause to seize the machines. Brown ordered Strange to return the machines. Strange appealed to the state Supreme Court and won. The judge in Alabama's gambling corruption case has set the retrial to begin October 3rd. The prosecution wants to separate the 7 defendants into 3 groups for retrial, but several defense attorneys oppose that. The retrial will include Victoryland casino owner Milton McGregor, former state senators Jim Pruitt and Larry Means, Victoryland lobbyist Tom Coker, current state senator Harry Ann Smith, former Country Crossing Casino spokesman Jay Walker, and former legislative employee Ray Crosby. The University of Alabama spends 1/3 of its total budget on payroll, which is roughly $216 million annually. The average salary is over $55,000 a year. 393 employees earn over $100,000 a year. Excluding the athletics department, the highest paid person is, of course, the president, Robert Witt. He earns almost $500,000 each year. The vice presidents bring in more than $200,000 per year. It felt absolutely fabulous today with a first look at Alabama's home team forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott.
Hey Claire, good Monday night to you. Much cooler out there tonight, and it feels a little bit more like fall. 69 degrees down in Marengo County, Demopolis. Check out Coleman and Gadsden, 66 right now. 71 degrees, Tuscaloosa, Birmingham at 73. Hey, you got plans outdoors tomorrow? It's going to be a nice day. No rain in the forecast. 88 by lunch. 92 degrees, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. But what about the rest of that forecast and your weekend forecast? Home team weather's coming up in just a bit.
It felt a little bit like fall today, and that means football season is right around the corner. But players aren't the only ones getting ready for kickoff. The $1 Million Band began practice today, and WVUA's Leah Knight was there.
It's a sweet sight and sound for Alabama football fans, and it all begins here at practice.
Marching band is a lot like animation. You know, every step has to be planned. Somebody has an assignment on every step. So the process of creating that is long, and actually learning it is somewhat quicker. But it's just people doing animation with music.
The 400-plus band members show up each morning at 8 o'clock, and sometimes they don't leave until 10 o'clock at night. If you compare that to football practice, it's like having 2-a-days. But these band members don't mind the hard work because they know it will all pay off in the end.
Being able to go out on the field, on the grass of Bryant-Denny Stadium and perform for 100,000 fans every Saturday, every SEC game day, and it's a feeling of pride that you get for your university, and a feeling that can only be explained by actually experiencing it firsthand.
A lot of people think that most of the students are music majors, and they're not. Probably over 80% of the band is not music majors. They represent every discipline in the university. Most of them are not on scholarship. Probably only about 20% of them get some assistance. So they're mostly doing it because they love to do it. You know, they're not going to get rich doing it, or they just love being part of the whole Crimson Tide atmosphere.
Just like the Crimson Tide football team, the $1 Million Band is working very hard to make sure they are prepared and ready for the first game day on September 3rd in Bryant-Denny Stadium. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Leah Knight, WVUA News.
Dr. Ken Ozella says Crimson Tide fans should look forward to the first home game because the band has something special planned to remember the April 27th storms. Alabama and Auburn are opponents on the football field, but head coaches Nick Saban and Gene Chizik are teaming up to help people cope with the April 27th tornadoes. It's called Project Rebound, and it helps people start their lives over after losing everything. The 2 football teams will be part of this project. They will be out in the communities meeting with people affected by this disaster. The program also includes a 24-hour call center and more than 200 crisis counselors who are dispatched into affected communities. Tomorrow is the deadline to apply for hazard mitigation. Hazard mitigation is preparing for future tornadoes by building a safe room in your home. FEMA will cover up to 75% of the cost to build a storm shelter, but you have to apply for the financial assistance. Applications are due tomorrow. For more information, visit TuscaloosaFord.com.